Hey, what's going on, world? It's your man Jay Woo, and as promised, we're back again with another artist. Now this time we're switching up, giving you a little softer side of me like Sears, and we're gonna go into the R&B phase. I've got one of South Jersey's most talented R&B singers, and she does other things, and let's get to it. It's Marie Kanu. So Marie, tell me where it all began for you. Where are you from? Where you grew up?
So I'm local. I'm from South Jersey here.
Jersey.
Lived here pretty much all my life. I spent a year in Sierra Leone, where my family is from.
International flavor.
International. What?
Listen, no, we keep it going here. We keep it going. So, all right.
What was I talking about?
We're talking about how it all started.
How it all started. So, basically, I've been singing. I know this sounds cliche, but I've been singing all my life. I've been writing all my life, pretty much, you know, from the time I could actually write. I was extremely shy, so I sang in the church, but in the church pews. Like, I never had the confidence to actually be in the choir.
Oh.
So I did a lot of singing in the shower, you know, shower concerts, you know, in the house. I think I really started doing it out loud when I went to school, and I had a friend who was part of this North Jersey collective called Lay Down and Die record. So they were like, but it was like groups within groups, like Wu-Tang. It was like North Jersey's Wu-Tang.
Okay.
So I did a couple hooks with him, and you know, they really liked me. He was surprised because, you know, I was just chilling in the classroom. He didn't know I wrote. I also used to write with my roommate. She was kind of my partner. We wrote music together. She was working on a rock soul album, so I did a lot of writing from that. And then from them, I came back home, and I was kind of coming on the tail end of the neo soul movement. But you know, that kind of, you know, was still bubbling, still brewing. So I was still like hitting up a lot of spots in Philadelphia. So that's when I really was like doing a lot more performance and recording and things of that nature. So here I am.
Now I have to tell you something about that tail end of the neo soul, because when I met Miss Kanu, she was brilliant. But like others, and especially me, we thought you sounded a little bit like Erykah Badu. How did you deal with that when you were compared to her? Did you think it was, you know, a compliment, or did you, no, I don't sound like anyone? How did you feel about that, being compared?
Well, Erykah Badu is one of my influences, so I find that a compliment. At the same token, nobody wants to be boxed in.
Right.
It's fine for you to understand that she's one of my inspirations and my influence, but at the same token, I don't want you to think that I'm her. You know?
Right.
I'm influenced by her, but I have my own sound.
And you definitely do. I can agree with that. The best song that I heard from you in the past.
What was that?
That was, shout out to DJ Dotmatic, Leave, Stay, Go. I still have it now in my car now, right now.
Right
so
at this moment.
Right at this moment, if we left the shot, we would go and we would play it. It would scratch because it's an old CD. But what I'm saying is, that was the beginning of it. She has such a beautiful voice. It's gentle, it's soothing, but it gives you that emotional feel. You feel like you're in the song. So, okay, we go to Seton Hall. We grow up, we're lay down and die, hooking and singing, okay?
Sounds kind of crazy.
No, I've heard worse. Listen, and then we're writing with your partner, and then finally you come back home and you're giving us the business, letting us hear the voice. So then, now, I need to know what made you fall in love with hip-hop, R&B, and soul. Like, what made you love it, to do it?
I think I fell in love with hip-hop because I think my first passion is the words. Like, my first passion is the writing. And that's what hip-hop is about, is the lyricism, you know? So that's what I always look for first when I'm writing. The thing that I work the hardest on is my lyrics. Okay. So that's why I fell in love with hip-hop. And then next, you know, we African, so the rhythm, the beat, you know, the drum, you know, that's what, you know, gets us going. So, you know, that's the next thing. As far as soul music is soul music. You know, it comes from inside. It's the real. It's the outpouring of, you know, who you are. So those are the things that made me fall in love with it. You know, it's just, you know, it's our music. It's black music.
And we talked to Miss Kanu about her earlier career, but now we're going to go into the evolution of what made her so dynamic, who she worked with, places she performed, and we're going to get into that right now. Who got next? So Marie, why don't you tell me some of the things that made you who you're into after defining who you were in your earlier stages of your career?
Well, I started going heavily into Philadelphia's open mic scene.
Okay.
I started in Black Lily. You know, as you guys know, a lot of the neo soul movement, you know, was cultivated there. Music Soul Child, India Ari, Erykah Badu, all of them. They weren't there when I was there, but you know, they were there. So that was where I started. From there, I started working with the hip hop rock band and called Fuse. Now called the band called Fuse. And it was like a jam band. It was like a hip hop jam band. Lots of underground hip hop mixed with like, you know, like alternative rock music. And we did that in New Brunswick and in Central Jersey. Great experience, met a lot of great artists from that. And then from that, we started the, we called it the soul rock. You know, we called our movement the soul rock movement. And part of that was St. Joe Louis. That was my boys' camp that kind of got me into music. And John Miller, Phenom at the time, she was calling her. So that was R. Lauren. We called her R. Lauren. She did production, she rapped, she sang, soul singer. So we had her. So it was like a, you know, it was just a dope time. It was just, you know, us being young, doing music. You know, we was ready to conquer. We did a lot of stuff in New York. Broke away from that, did a lot more solo stuff in Philadelphia. I was working with a band, like a harder rock band, harder rap rock band called Jamila Wahid Government Cheese. She's based out of Camden. And then I started to do a lot of features, met Wooten. So I started doing a lot of features with hip hop artists, so that was dope. And I started to write a lot more, which I always did, but I started to do a lot more hip hop soul stuff. So I started to write a lot more hip hop music. And from that, I met Dotmatic, which is a mutual friend of ours.
Yes, great producer.
So from that, I was able to finally complete an album, an EP release. So the running name for that was
Me Songs.
It was lots of names for it. It was Me Songs, it was Once the Funk, there was a lot of things, but he was like our Kanye West to me. Like he was like South Jersey Kanye West. So it was an interesting project. I'm glad that, you know, of course it didn't come out exactly how I wanted it, but I'm glad that he gave that to me. Like I was able to complete a project, so that was good. From that, I started doing a lot more solo things. I performed at the Art Museum, the African American Art Museum.
Wow.
In Philadelphia. I opened up for Bahamadia.
Now, how did you feel about that? Because I love Bahamadia.
I love Bahamadia. Like, it was dope. Like, you know, I talked to her. She was showing me love. Just the fact that I was opening up for her.
Was she cool? Was she like down to earth?
She was cool. Moni Love really showed love because she was hosting the show.
Wow.
And you know, I gave her my CD, and she was like, you know, she was showing me mad love. She telling me she loved the So that was like kind of my lane. Like it was a hip hop show, but I was singing, so it was like,
nice.
You know, that was really a dope show. I know that he just faking when he say that I'm his girl, and by noonday he'll be naked with some olive-colored girl. But take me la land. I know he lying, but he feels so good up on my skin. So rub it in.
So with everybody, Marie, what I've been asking them is, it's so much negativity out already. It's so much ratchetness out already, but no one wants to give light to
so natural
to anything positive. Okay, so in accordance with Wonderful Media, we want to know what's so wonderful about you in a positive manner.
What's so wonderful about me? Well, what's wonderful about me is that I like to write music that you can feel. You know, whether or not it's necessarily a positive feeling. I like to put out things where it's like, whether it's good or bad emotion, I like to put out music where I want the audience to know that they're not the only person going through it. You know, it's something where it's like, whether you're laughing, you're smiling, you're happy, you're in love, you're out of love, you know, your job sucks, whatever. Like, I like to put out music to let you know that you're not alone. You know, somebody else is going through it with you, and there's a soundtrack to get you through it. So that's what I think is wonderful about me.
Oh, and that's great. I like that about you too. I want to know, where can the people get your music? Where can the people contact you? Even if they're not even looking for music, maybe someone is going to see this and they're gonna be like, you know what? She's just like me. I want to reach out to her. Where are you at on social media? Let us know.
On social media, I'm on Facebook, / Marie, M-A-R-I-E, Kanu, K-A-N-U. My album is on Bandcamp. Bandcamp is K-A-N-U, just my name, Kanu.bandcamp.com. I'm also on Instagram, Kanusings. That's Kanusings. And also, my music is on SoundCloud, Kanu-30. Again, Kanu, K-A-N-U.
Oh, that's great.
It's
I love it.
a million times, I think.
I love it. They're gonna catch it, and if not, they're just gonna find out who's next, and they'll find you there. So we're wrapping it up. This is my friend, and hopefully she's your friend too, Marie Kanu. All right, and guys, keep up with us. Stay tuned with us, because each week we're gonna have somebody different until it's time for us to take the season break, and then we'll come back. It'll be 2017, but until then, I'm Jay Woo. This is Marie Kanu, and this is Who Got Next. All right, stay tuned for the next one. Shout out to Wonderful Me Media. Hey, I'll catch you on the other side. Peace.
Wooten, because ever since I met him, he always showed me love and support. Anything he was doing, he tried to get me on to Who Got Next, had me working the door, had me performing whenever he could. So it's great to see Wooten's progression, you know, from Who Got Next on the stage to Who Got Next radio. I love it. He always showed me love. We're not going to talk about Who Got Next. Y'all put your cigarettes later.
See. Thank you, guys. I'm always here for you.